Welcome to Brick Trains, and I'm Joey. And if this is your first time to the channel, then welcome aboard. Thanks for stopping by, checking out a video. Not sure how you got recommended. YouTube recommended you, a friend recommended you. You saw, a link to something else that brought you here. Glad you stopped by. If you're an A-fool and you watch the podcast, you guys, thank you for watching the podcast, and thanks for watching a video other than the podcast. If you're just a regular channel subscriber and you kind of wondered where we've been for the last, it's been a couple months, I guess. We haven't produced any videos other than a full podcast the podcast. So, yeah, we took a little hiatus. In the grand scheme of life, YouTube videos are pretty low on my priority list. And we had a death in the family. My father passed away, lost his battle to cancer. So we just ain't been doing videos. But we're moved on from that. We've opened the Bricklink store. Yeah, if you're here because of the Bricklink store, which that's probably very few of you, but we have reopened the Bricklink store. And we're starting to put parts back in the store where we had, I'd actually kept the store open for quite a while, but I wasn't replenishing. So the parts level got down pretty low. We're getting close to back to where we were. And of course I want to grow the store. So these are some models that are just sitting out. These are things that Dakota, my grandson, has been playing with. So yeah, I ain't got that to talk about. This is actually just we're gonna talk about just some in general things that are going on. So my grandson inherited some trains from my dad. So he's got his dad's built him a train layout at home. So he's playing with some O-gauge trains that he had, that my dad had, and then he also got some LGB, so G-gauge, so Garden Railroad stuff. He got some of that, and he's been bugging me to set up a LGB layout. Like I've told him, I don't have the room for that, but guess what I did? I found some room. So we found some room. This is the last little area in the basement. This is actually a play area for Dakota on the floor. So this is actually Markland. This is after Markland bought LGB, but it is a Lego train base car. We got a couple of those, and then we got a General in the background, and there's a classic LGB train. So we have a little area for him to play some LGB, but we definitely still have plenty of Lego to go here. So let's go ahead and let's look at some of the things that we've been doing on the Lego layout. It really hasn't been much, but the other day, me and Dakota fixed up a new car, and we're just about done with his daylight. So let's go check that out. Okay, so here's the train. There's our Santa Fe Super Chief back here with our mock cars. And I have never really gotten to figure out what that is, but Dakota built it. So here's our little LGB mock. This is the classic LGB set, kind of mocked up. I don't remember this. There was a set or a little poly bag that LGB did, or Lego did, and I kind of mocked up some cars or at least color changed them. I don't know. I remember doing that. So that's something that we did. And then Dakota kept wanting a tank car. So this is version 1 of a 6-wide tank car that we did. I tried to convince him not to put all those little tiles on top, but he said he likes it like that. So we have tiles on top, and the tank's sitting right on the frame. I think it needs to be up elevated a little bit. So I don't know. We got work to do there. This is the rest of the stuff. You've probably seen this. Of course, Dakota's got the car full of stuff. And now we're getting into, let's push it forward a little bit. This is our daylight that we're working on. So we're not completely done. This is not the final version. Not sure there'll ever be a final version, right? This was typically enclosed back here, so we got to kind of look at that too, get it enclosed. Working on drivers, making sure it's going to go around normal track. So our field testing is to go through this switch backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. So crisscross this way and then come back, crisscross this way and come back. So we got to do all that. And then some other things that we kind of were doing. Actually, some of this stuff was done before we stopped doing videos, and then we just never did really get back to them. We built this station and we put it over here. We may have showed this on the video or on the channel already, not sure. So there's the bus. Yeah. Oh, we've lost a signal light. And then for some reason, you know, we live in southern Indiana, so if you look around, I don't know if you can see the one over there, Dakota has made it a mission that the Lego City has plenty of tornado sirens. So we now have tornado sirens all around the layout. So Lego City is well covered for tornado sirens. Like I said, the other thing we've been working on, the big deal, is getting this store. The end, this is the last wall. So everything up to here, this is where we stopped before. So we had parts, you know, try to keep parts filled in all the way up to that point. These are all drawers that my wife has stickered. So they've all got the location stickers on them up to here. And then these are brand new units that have no stickers on them. And then we have room for, I believe, I don't know, we have room for 6 more here. I think 2 more columns. We'll fill those in, and then after that we're gonna have to figure out where we're gonna go as far. The rest of the store is all in here. And pretty much got all these drawers filled in. There's one there missing. I don't know where that drawer is. I'll have to find that drawer. Color chart. Spaceman collection. Yeah. So all these drawers all here. This is my overflow backlog pile. This is personal stuff that I'm trying to go through. Get all this. Come around here. More color chart. And then all these drawers. So as you can see, they seem to be pretty full. Got one drawer missing over here, and that drawer's actually been missing for a while. So I've been working on weeding this down. As you can see, there's gaps. This is all inventory for the store that just hasn't been parted out. Some of that stuff is not, but could be. But it's going to be the last things we get parted out. There's a Parisian restaurant. I only have one of those, but it's going to get parted out, I think. So that kind of leaves us with, what am I going to do for my next show and tell adventure? Because I typically try to do some show and tell. It's usually a series of themes, usually vintage. You know, Jabo's the king of vintage. I have a lot of vintage stuff. Here's some vintage stuff. This is all kind of got disorganized. So that's all like Samsonite vintage stuff and earlier, so 50s and 60s. Then we get back into the trains over there. But what we do have is, I have under here, let's see how we're going to, oh wait, I got to switch the camera sound again. So this is the layout, and then under the layout we have these Toys R Us banners. They got Lego on them, the minifigures. They hung above the shelves at Toys R Us. And of course I store stuff under here. Alright, there's lots of tubs of shame right there. And right in there is a whole collection of Life on Mars. It's a pretty big tub. It's kind of hard to see. It's in the dark. So my plan is, if I can find a light that doesn't blow me out here, my plan is to go through that Mardi Gras Man 2-3 would be the our AFO podcast partner, Joey, Maniac for Bricks, just did some. I think he did a big display at which Legos was he at Virginia? Yeah, I think they were at Virginia. Anyway, he did us. And forgive me for not paying attention, but again, social media was not high on my priority for the last few months. But I saw that he did some Life on Mars, did like a mock display of it, and I thought, man, that is really cool. And I've not seen mine out all at once for a long time, so I thought, you know what? I think I'll go through and do a show and tell of each of the sets, kind of a not a review, because I don't review them because I'm biased. If I own the set, I like the set, so it'll be more of a show and tell. But I think that's going to be the next series of show and tells. I don't know how soon that'll get started. But it'll get started here soon. So I just kind of wanted to let everybody know that we are still planning to keep the YouTube channel going above and beyond the AFO podcast. That's always going to keep going as long as the other two are wanting to do it. We're going to keep doing it. And yeah, we're going to keep the store going, keep the channel going. And you know what? The channel is never going to be, I'm not a YouTube, I don't even call myself a YouTuber, right? So I don't play to the algorithm. I just do what I want. I just do what I like. If you guys that come along and watch, I appreciate it. And, if you like it, I like for you to come and watch. So come and watch if you like it. I'm starting to ramble, which is what I usually call these things, is ramble. And this might just be a ramble. So yeah, I think I'm done. It's going to be about a 12-minute video. So, all right. Thanks for coming and watching. Thanks for coming back. I know it's been a delay. And I probably said about 100 times in this video. Thanks for watching. Oh, welcome to the end of the line. Usually there's a comment contest here, but you know how it was harder to do this video than I've ever. I'm 2-month hiatus and I forgot how to do everything. So that was a pretty rough cut video, but thanks for staying to the end. And I promise the comment contest will come back. Memberships, yeah, I turned them off, and I have no plans currently to turn them back on. Maybe.